Are you ready for an enchanting journey into the world of whimsical nighttime stories? Join me as we embark on a magical adventure, featuring 5 incredible short tales that are sure to captivate your little ones and make their dreams sparkle with delight. Each story is carefully crafted to transport children to fantastical realms where imagination knows no bounds. So grab your plushies, snuggle up in your coziest pajamas, because it's time to get lost in the magic. Our first tale is called The Magical Adventures of Sparky the Firefly. Once upon a time in a meadow filled with twinkling fireflies, there lived a little firefly named Sparky. Now Sparky wasn't like the other fireflies who had big, bright lights. His light was small and dim, and he felt sad about it. One day, while Sparky was sitting on a blade of grass, feeling down about his tiny light, a wise old ladybug landed beside him. "Why the long face, little firefly?" she asked. Sparky sighed. "I wish my light was brighter. All the other fireflies have big, beautiful lights, but mine is just so small and dim." The wise ladybug smiled. "Oh, Sparky, you're not seeing the true magic of your light. Your light may be small, but it's steady and constant. You can use it to guide others in the darkness." Sparky thought about this. He didn't want to be the brightest firefly, but he did want to help others. Suddenly, a young ladybug stumbled by. "Help, I'm lost," she cried. Sparky flew over to her and said, "Don't worry, I'll guide you home." And with his steady light, he led her safely back to her family. The other fireflies saw what Sparky had done and realized that his light, although small, was just as important and magical as theirs. From that day on, Sparky was no longer sad about his light. He knew that being a good friend and helping others was what truly made him shine. Hey there, story lovers! Do you want to show the world how much you love our stories? We would love to have you join our story squad. So click that subscribe button and become part of our wonderful community. Next, we have the magical adventures of Sparky the Firefly. Deep within a mystical forest lived a little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was known throughout the woods for his bushy tail, which he used to balance on tree branches with amazing skill. But Sammy had a secret. He was afraid of heights. Every time he climbed a tree, his heart raced and his tail would tremble, threatening to lose its balance. One day, Sammy was gathering acorns when he met a wise old owl. Sammy poured out his heart to the owl, confessing his fear and his dream of having a short, stubby tail like the other squirrels. The owl listened patiently and then said, "Sammy, your tail is perfect just the way it is. You can use it to help others." Confused, Sammy asked, "How could a scary, shaky tail help anyone?" The owl smiled. "When you learn to control your fear and use your tail to its full potential, you'll see." Just then, a gust of wind blew through the forest, causing many baby birds to fall from their nests. Without hesitation, Sammy leaped onto a nearby tree. Using his bushy tail as a balance beam, he carefully approached the frightened birds. With gentle movements, he guided them back to their nests, soothing their fears with soft words. The other squirrels watched in awe as Sammy, the littlest and most clumsy of them all, became their hero of the day. From that moment on, Sammy understood that his unique tail was not a weakness, but a strength. And with courage, anything was possible. Next up is the tale of Princess Penelope's pony predicament. Once upon a time in a kingdom filled with magic and wonder, there lived a princess named Penelope. She had everything a princess could desire: beautiful gowns, sparkling jewels, and a royal carriage. But Penelope had a secret wish. She yearned for a pony of her very own. One day, her wish came true. A majestic white pony appeared in the palace courtyard. Overjoyed, Penelope rushed to greet her new companion. But as she approached, the pony vanished, leaving behind only a tiny acorn. Confused and disappointed, Penelope picked up the acorn and tucked it into her pocket. That night, as the princess tossed and turned in her bed, the acorn began to glow. Suddenly, a tiny voice whispered, "Help me." Startled, Penelope opened the glowing acorn and out popped a miniature knight wearing shining armor. "Who are you?" asked the princess. "I am Sir Reginald Acornwood, a magical knight," he replied. "You must plant me in the enchanted garden and water me with moonbeams for 3 nights." Penelope's eyes widened. "But why?" "Only then will I grow into a magnificent horse and become your loyal steed." Intrigued, Penelope followed Sir Reginald's instructions. Each night she watered him with moonbeams, and each morning he grew a little taller. Finally, on the 3rd night, Sir Reginald transformed into a beautiful white horse. Overjoyed, Penelope named him Moonbeam, and they became the best of friends, sharing magical adventures throughout the kingdom. Our next adventure is the tale of the enchanting adventures of Coco the Cloud. High above the world, floating among the clouds, lived a little girl named Lily. She loved to spend her days playing with the wind and her nights gazing at the stars. One day, while playing hide and seek with her cloud friends, Lily noticed a tiny, fluffy cloud hiding behind a big, dark rain cloud. "Why are you hiding?" she asked the little cloud. "I'm scared of the rain," whispered the cloud. "I want to be white and fluffy like you." Lily smiled. "Being a rain cloud isn't so bad. You get to water the plants and help the crops grow." The little cloud shook its head. "No, I want to be a rainbow after the rain." Lily thought for a moment. "Well, you can't be a rainbow without a little rain." And with that, Lily started to tickle the rain cloud until it burst into laughter. As the rain cloud giggled, raindrops fell from its sides, creating a beautiful arc of colors across the sky. The little cloud watched in amazement as it joined the other clouds in forming a magnificent rainbow. From that day on, the little cloud was no longer afraid of the rain. It embraced its role as a rain cloud, knowing that after the storm comes the calm and the beautiful rainbows. And now we bring you the final tale in our collection. The Magical Adventures of Coco the Cloud. In a land where toys come to life when children are asleep, there lived a teddy bear named Buttons. Buttons was an ordinary teddy bear with patches of threadbare fur and missing an eye. He longed to be a brave adventure bear like the ones he'd seen in storybooks. One night as the other toys were playing, Buttons confided in his best friend, a wise old rocking horse named Comet. "Oh, how I wish I could go on adventures like the bears in the storybooks," he sighed. Comet nudged Buttons with his nose. "You know, you're braver than you think." Confused, Buttons asked, "What do you mean?" "Every night when the children are asleep, this room becomes a magical place. The wallpaper transforms into a jungle, the rug becomes a rushing river, and the bookcase becomes a towering mountain." Buttons' eyes widened. I didn't know." "Well, tonight I challenge you to explore the magical land," Comet said. Taking a deep breath, Buttons nodded. As the clock struck midnight, the room shimmered and changed. Following Comet's advice, Buttons ventured into the magical land. He crossed the rushing river, climbed the tall bookcase, and found himself in a lush jungle. Suddenly, he heard a small cry and discovered a lost kitten stuck in a tree. Without hesitation, Buttons climbed the tree and rescued the kitten. They became friends and returned to the room just as the first rays of sunlight peeked through the window. From that day on, Buttons was no longer an ordinary teddy bear. He was Buttons, the brave adventurer, a hero in his own right. And there you have it, 5 whimsical nighttime stories to fill your little one's dreams with wonder and delight. If you enjoyed these magical tales, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share the joy with other families. Until next time, sweet dreams and happy adventures.